This is the horrifying story of two lovers who met their demise at the hands of what they loved the most, bears. If you have ever watched one of those Nat Geo Wild documentaries featuring prey being hunted down and devoured, I'm sure you wouldn't expect any human to experience same fate. Sadly, this couple did. So in this video, we will be looking into the horrifying story of Timothy Treadwell, who got eaten by wild bears alongside his girlfriend Amie Huguenard. Timothy Treadwell is an American bear enthusiast, environmentalist, documentary filmmaker, and the founder of the bear protection group Grizzly People. He was born on April 29, 1957, and died on October 5, 2003. He was staying at Katmai National Park alongside grizzlies or coastal brown bears, and that was where he met his fate. Timothy Treadwell camped out with grizzly bears in Alaska for 13 consecutive summers, but his luck ran out one stormy October evening, when just hours from when he was due to be picked up by seaplane to return home for winter, he was mauled to death in front of his 37-year-old girlfriend, Amie Huguenard, before the bear turned on her too. Treadwell and Huguenard were scheduled to leave the park at the normal time of year, but they went back to Kodiak on September 26, 2003, where they were able to store their equipment for the year and board a flight to their California home. Treadwell and Huguenard, however, decided to stay at their campsite for an extra week on September 29, 2003, following a disagreement with the airline ticketer on the cost of changing his return ticket. In addition, Treadwell sought out Quincy, his favorite brown bear and the subject of his worry. He claimed to despise contemporary society and felt happier in the wild among the bears than in large towns with people. The bears Treadwell was used to seeing throughout the summer had already hibernated, and other bears from other areas of the park were moving into the area. Tim always chronicled his bear encounters, and the vicious attack was no different. However, in their haste, he or Amie may not have had enough time to take out the lens, leaving 6 lengthy minutes of spine-chilling sounds as a result. A scared Amie asked if the bear was still around before Tim yelled, "Get out of here! I'm out here getting killed." She screamed to distract the bear for a moment, but the bear later turned back to continue his vicious act, thereby biting down on Timothy's head and dragging him into the woods. He was heard screaming for his girlfriend. It hit the bear before she attacks the bloodthirsty beast for the frying pan. The moment Amie cried out in agony was when the tape stopped. As Amie runs out into the storm and yells for her partner to play dead, the tent zipper can be heard moving. Tim was likely freed from the bear's grip thanks to her screams and shouts, but as soon as she moves to assist, the bear appears to reattach its jaws to Tim's head and drag him deeper into the brush. Willie Fulton, the air taxi pilot, later arrived at Katmai National Park to pick up the pair just 24 hours after last speaking to Timothy, and he knew right away what had happened. The couple was supposed to be waiting on the shore, but instead, there was a creepy silence and a mean-looking bear perched atop a heap of corpses, feasting on a human ribcage. Their evening snack was also discovered open and unharmed in the tents that Tim and Amie had left crumpled and ripped. Their shoes were laying neatly by the door, but when the bear lunged at them through the thick foliage, a ranger named Hill fired and killed the creature. Later, it appears that a smaller bear was also killed. From the location, the troopers retrieved the 3 hours of video, as well as video and still photography equipment. The larger bear's stomach was discovered to contain human remains and a t-shirt. However, according to Hill, other bears had devoured the majority of the smaller bear or dug up part of its remains. However, there was no way to tell if that particular bear killed Treadwell and Huguenard or not. But an autopsy on the human remains confirmed the couple was killed by bears. Timothy would never have harmed the bear, even if his life was in question, Pavlovac told CBS News. He had the utmost respect for them and felt that they had allowed him into their world, thinking of himself as the observer and the guest. He knew they might get rid of him at any time, and he would never have hurt a bear. Rebecca Mitrick, who is in charge of an animal rescue group in Malibu, claimed that Treadwell occasionally showed more fear around people than when he was with bears. She remembered seeing Treadwell in a stream with an adult bear he named Quincy in video footage taken before his passing. "Do you recall the time you stood over me, Quincy? You should have eaten me because you were so hungry, but you chose not to." Mitrick recalls him saying to the bear in the video, "Thanks for not eating me, Quincy. If Quincy had devoured me, it was justified. He is a nice bear, However, Treadwell's family was in shock. His father, Valentin Dexter, who resides in Pompano Beach, Florida, said, "I was dumbfounded and prepared to fall through the floor. Oh God, I was so proud of him," his mother Carolyn Dexter exclaimed. "We talked about the danger of him living by himself in the woods, but we never dwelled on it because he always returned home happy and with so many good stories." Regrettably, Werner Herzog's Grizzly Man, a highly regarded documentary about his life and terrible death, was subsequently made about it. The Grizzly Man, an award-winning documentary by Werner Herzog about the October 2003 attack, highlighted Amie's fear of bears and her belief that her partner was hell-bent on the devastation. She had a new job waiting for her back in California and had informed Tim that this trip would be her last. Regarding the tape, he advised people to never listen to this, and it is assumed that he locked it away with one of his friends. Now, even though bear assaults are rare, we should always be ready in case one approach. You can never predict when you might run into one. Whether it is a grizzly bear or a black bear is what will determine how you respond to a bear attack. Therefore, identifying the type of bear you are facing is the first step in surviving a bear encounter. However, you should know that surviving a grizzly bear is similar to surviving a black bear. Never forget to carry bear spray when you are around bears, especially grizzly bears. Experts advise carrying bear pepper spray when hiking in bear habitats. UDAP bear spray emits a huge cloud of capsaicin due to its high concentration. A bear will frequently stop in its tracks if it comes across this. The same goes for a black bear. Avoid running because if you do, the bear will assume you are prey and continue hunting you. You shouldn't think you can outrun a bear because it can run at 30 miles per hour. So, maintain your position. But if a black bear approaches, maintain your position and make a lot of noise. If you come across a grizzly bear, crouch down on the ground and protect your neck with your hands. This is your next best line of defense if you don't have bear spray if the bear keeps charging despite the spray. Hit the ground immediately and curl into the dead position. Don't climb a tree though, since black bears can climb pretty well. Lastly, play dead. When they sense no longer being threatened, grizzlies will stop attacking. They won't perceive you as a threat if they believe you are dead. Play dead and wait until the bear has finished throwing you around and has left. Grizzlies have a reputation for hanging around to see if their prey stands up again. But if a black bear does attack, defend yourself. Use everything and anything as a weapon, including your teeth, fists, rocks, and sticks. Strike the bear in the face, concentrating your punches on the eyes and nose. A black bear usually just gives up when it realizes that its prey is prepared to battle to the end. Thank you for watching to the end. We would love to know if you've had any experience with bears or any other animals, and tell us how you survived it. Please like and subscribe for more videos.